Beloved chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven has paused everything around you so that this message can find you right now. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment, at the very threshold of a promise that once seemed impossible. Heaven is sending your lifetime partner, the one designed for your soul before time began. You have waited, you have wept, you have endured storms that tried to convince you it would never happen, but God has remembered you. There is a reason your heart has been restless lately, a reason why your spirit has been stirred in the quiet hours. The angels have already been dispatched. Heaven's decree has gone forth. The words written in eternity are being spoken into reality. You have finally won. Every battle you thought was about survival was really preparation for this divine unveiling. Your wilderness was never a waste. Every unanswered prayer was God's way of aligning timing with purpose. You are not behind. You are right on heaven's clock. The one ordained for you has also walked through refining fires, lessons, and awakenings that mirror your own. While you thought you were alone, heaven was working in silence, shaping two hearts to fit perfectly in divine rhythm. You see, true love cannot be rushed, it must be refined. And only God can align two souls that carry eternal purpose. Heaven whispers now. You are entering the season of divine fulfillment. Your tears have built altars in the unseen realm. Every heartbreak became holy ground for transformation. The one meant for you was never lost, only being prepared. What you called delay was actually protection. What you called rejection was redirection. Heaven never forgot your prayers, it preserved them until this very hour. Listen closely, this is not about romance alone. This is about destiny partnership. The one being sent to you will not just love you, they will recognize your calling, your warfare, your anointing. Together, you will move mountains that neither of you could move alone. Heaven is uniting you for impact, not just for comfort. You have felt it already, the stirring in your dreams, the sudden peace replacing old pain, the moments of déjà vu when heaven seemed to whisper. It's closer than you think. Every sign, every shift, every divine confirmation is heaven's way of saying your waiting is over. Now, chosen one, understand this, your heart had to be purified before heaven could trust you with such a gift. You had to learn that love without purpose leads to distraction, and connection without covenant leads to destruction. But now you know. Now your spirit is ready. Heaven never gives crowns to those still chasing shadows. You have crossed through fire, and your faith has not failed. You have walked through loneliness, but you did not settle for imitation love. You kept believing, even when hope trembled. That is why heaven calls you victorious. The delay was never denial, it was development. Hear me well. Heaven is not sending just anyone. Heaven is sending the one, not the one who flatters your flesh, but the one who speaks to your spirit, not the one who mirrors your wounds, but the one who nurtures your healing, the one who will walk beside you through storms and still call you blessed. And in this sacred hour, I speak this over you. Your season of isolation is turning into divine connection. The chains of delay are breaking. The voice of heaven is echoing through your spirit, declaring that the long night is over. The sunrise of fulfillment has come. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That promise is not distant, it is active now. Heaven's plan is unfolding before your eyes. Every disappointment you've endured is being rewritten by divine timing. Every tear you've shed has become currency in heaven's economy, and the payout is near. So, Chosen one, as you read these words, lift your eyes, expect encounters, divine alignments, and supernatural peace. You are about to witness what happens when obedience meets promise. The same God who whispered your name in the dark is now calling your name into fulfillment. Heaven is moving in your favor. Angels are aligning paths. Destiny is awakening. What you once prayed for will soon stand before you in living form. This is the moment when your waiting turns into witnessing. If this message resonates with your spirit, do not let it pass silently. Declare your faith, like, share, and subscribe so the flow of heaven's message can reach others walking through their own waiting season. And as an act of prophetic agreement, comment the number 777 below, symbolizing divine completion and spiritual perfection. Your story is shifting. Your heart is being prepared for the divine arrival. Heaven is saying you finally won. Chosen one. You remember the wilderness well. Those long nights when silence felt louder than any storm. When prayers seemed to fall back down from the ceiling, unanswered. You remember wondering if heaven had forgotten you. If perhaps you had missed the moment, if you had somehow disqualified yourself from love. But you were never abandoned. Every quiet season was a holy classroom, every tear a seed that watered your destiny. The wilderness was not a punishment, it was the sacred ground where heaven shaped your strength. You see, no chosen one walks straight into promise without first walking through preparation. The wilderness strips you of illusions. It teaches you to depend on God when nothing else remains. It takes away counterfeit comfort so that, when your blessing finally arrives, you know how to protect it. You have been refined in the secret fire, made unshakable by solitude. Every unanswered prayer was heaven's way of teaching you to listen beyond words, to feel divine timing, not fight it. In those hidden years, you learned endurance. You discovered the kind of faith that doesn't fade when the feelings fade. You learned how to stand when others walked away, how to worship when nothing made sense, how to hold on when you were holding on to nothing but hope itself. That strength, that quiet resilience, it was never wasted. It was heaven's evidence that you were being prepared, not forgotten. When others mocked your waiting, heaven smiled. When the world told you to move on, heaven whispered, wait just a little longer. You didn't know it then, but heaven was preparing not just your heart, but your partner's heart too. Both of you had to be purified from old attachments, healed from unseen wounds, and positioned in divine timing. The wilderness separated you from distraction so that you could finally recognize what was real. Chosen one, your endurance was not in vain. Every night of loneliness, every time you resisted the temptation to settle, every moment you chose faith over fear, heaven saw it all. Your obedience built a foundation that cannot be shaken. You did not chase after what looked right, you waited for what was ordained. And because of that, your story will carry eternal impact. There were days you cried out, Lord, why must it take so long? And heaven answered not with explanations, but with transformation. You became the kind of soul that no longer needs to be completed by another, but is ready to complement another. You learned that love is not escape, it is assignment. When heaven sends your lifetime partner, you will not cling to them out of fear. You will walk beside them in faith. That is what the wilderness taught you: to love without losing yourself, to trust without trembling. It may have felt like the wilderness would never end, but it had a purpose. It burned away dependency on approval, stripped away illusions of control, and taught you the rhythm of surrender. You were not walking in circles, you were walking in divine circles of preparation, where heaven was perfecting the details of your destiny. And now, looking back, You realize something sacred. The wilderness didn't break you, it built you. It trained your spirit to discern between temporary attraction and eternal alignment. It gave you eyes to recognize your divine counterpart not by appearance, but by spiritual resonance. That verse isn't a reminder of pain, it's a revelation of purpose. You were humbled so that pride would never poison your promise. You were tested so that trust could be proven pure. You were led through emptiness so that fullness would never become your idol. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 2. He led you through the wilderness to humble and test you. That verse isn't a reminder of pain, it's a revelation of purpose. You were humbled so that pride would never poison your promise. You were tested so that trust could be proven pure. You were led through emptiness so that fullness would never become your idol. Now, as you emerge from that wilderness, there is a new strength in your step. The quiet confidence of one who has seen God provide manna in barren places. The peace of one who no longer doubts divine timing. The wisdom of one who understands that every not yet from heaven carries the weight of love, not rejection. So walk forward, chosen one, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. Because the wilderness you endured has prepared you for the promise you are about to embrace. Heaven never wastes pain. Every dry place has produced rivers of faith within you. And soon those rivers will flow into divine union, the one heaven always intended for you. Chosen one. There were seasons when the weight you carried felt unbearable. You wore invisible armor made of pain, pretending to be fine while your soul was breaking in silence. Every betrayal cut deeper than words could reach. Every promise broken by those who once swore they cared left a scar heaven could see, even when no one else did. But here is what the enemy never understood: you were being refined, not ruined. The heartbreaks that tried to destroy you only purified your capacity to love righteously. You see, when heaven chooses someone for divine partnership, that person must first learn what love is not. You had to face counterfeits so that discernment could grow sharper than emotion. You had to taste loneliness so that connection would never be taken for granted. You had to be betrayed so that loyalty could become sacred to you. Every disappointment taught you what divine love should look like: consistent, patient, selfless, and unwavering. There were nights when you asked, "Why do I always have to be the strong one?" Heaven's answer was simple: because your strength would become someone else's shelter. You are the one who knows how to love even when it costs everything. You are the one who prays for those who wronged you, because your heart carries heaven's DNA. Every tear shed in silence was a form of intercession. Every time you chose forgiveness over revenge, light triumphed over darkness inside you. Chosen one, your endurance under pressure was heaven's signal that you are trustworthy. Many carry dreams of love, but few carry the maturity to sustain it. You do. The pressure you felt was preparation for partnership. Your heart was being strengthened to carry joy without pride and pain without bitterness. You were being trained for covenant, not convenience. And heaven takes covenant seriously. When people walked away, you thought you lost something valuable. But what you lost were weights that could not travel with you to your next season. Heaven allowed departures to protect your destiny. Those who could not handle your purpose were never meant to handle your heart. God was not withholding love from you. He was withholding counterfeits. You have learned to find peace in solitude. You have discovered that your value does not depend on who stays or who leaves. And because of that, you are now ready for the kind of connection that mirrors heaven's design. Pure, purposeful, and permanent. The tears that once seemed endless have watered the roots of wisdom. The heaviness you carried has turned into spiritual muscle. You are not the same person who began this journey. The old you would have begged for attention. The new you commands it through peace. The old you sought validation. The new you radiates assurance. That transformation is proof that your wilderness worked. What once felt like rejection was actually redirection to something eternal. We are reminded through the writings of David in the book of Psalms. Chapter 34, verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. That promise is the thread that held you together when everything else fell apart. When your heart was crushed, heaven came closer. When you could no longer pray, your tears became your prayer. You were never abandoned. You were being embraced by unseen hands that carried you through the storm. Chosen one. The weight you carried was not punishment, it was inheritance in disguise. The same pain that once threatened to break you is now becoming the oil that anoints your future. You had to learn compassion the hard way, because the love heaven is sending you will require a healed heart, not a hardened one. You will love deeply but wisely. You will trust again, but with discernment. And when you meet the one heaven has chosen, they will not be intimidated by your scars, they will honor them. Now pause for a moment. Reflect on everything you have overcome. Can you feel that quiet strength inside you that is heaven's signature? You survived what was meant to destroy you, and because of that, your love will carry authority. When you speak peace, it will calm storms, and when you love, it will heal wounds. You are being positioned to love from overflow, not emptiness. This is your reminder nothing you went through was wasted. Heaven turns heartbreak into holy ground. You are standing on the threshold of divine restoration. The weight you carried has become your crown. Now, as an act of faith, type I rise again. Write it not as a comment, but as a declaration to the universe that you refuse to be defined by pain. Let it be your prophetic statement that the one who once cried in silence is now standing in strength. Heaven hears your words and moves through your agreement. You rise not as the wounded, but as the warrior who has been healed by love itself. Chosen one. Now you begin to see it, how every delay, every detour, every heartbreak was not random. There was always a blueprint, a divine pattern written in heaven's archives long before your first breath. You were never walking blindly through chaos. You were following a map designed by the one who holds eternity. Every twist and turn was part of the plan to bring you to this exact point of readiness. You may have felt forgotten, but heaven was working in the unseen. There were moments when you thought your prayers vanished into silence, but heaven was aligning people, places, and timing with the precision of divine mathematics. You are only now beginning to understand that what seemed like disappointment was protection from what was not written in your scroll. Heaven guards its plans carefully, especially when it concerns those chosen for divine partnership. Chosen one. Imagine the care of God as He wrote your name next to another on the scroll of destiny. Before the earth knew day or night, your souls were marked to meet. You are not just waiting for a person, you are walking toward prophecy. Your story is older than time, and its fulfillment has been ordained by heaven's authority. There are people who chase love, and then there are those who are positioned by purpose. You are the latter. You are not called to stumble into your destiny by chance. You are called to walk into it by revelation, and heaven's blueprint is flawless. You did not lose time. You were being synchronized. Every not yet was heaven whispering, wait until it all aligns. In this divine design, there are no coincidences. The places you felt drawn to, the unexpected connections, the sudden sense of peace, all of it is part of the architecture of destiny. You are being guided step by step, moment by moment. What seems ordinary is being orchestrated by extraordinary power. Chosen one, Your life is a tapestry woven with golden threads of divine intention. Every strand of pain, every moment of joy, every lesson learned has its place. Nothing is wasted. Heaven uses it all to prepare the foundation for a love that reflects its own nature, steady, pure, unbreakable. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, reminding us in chapter 1, verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." That single truth should shake you to your core. Before you were ever rejected, you were already chosen. Before you ever loved anyone on this earth, you were already known by heaven. Every longing in your heart was planted there by the one who created it. You are not desperate, you are designed. You are not incomplete, you are intentional. And the one heaven is sending has been moving under the same divine current, shaped by the same unseen hand. This blueprint is not fragile, it is eternal. Time cannot erase it, distance cannot distort it, and human error cannot destroy it. Even when you took detours, even when you doubted, heaven recalibrated your steps to bring you back into alignment. You may have thought you ruined your chances, but destiny cannot be undone when God Himself is the author. Think of the seasons when nothing made sense, when doors closed without explanation. Those were not accidents, they were reroutes. Heaven was protecting your path from collisions with people who were never meant to hold your heart. What you perceived as loss was heaven preserving your purpose. Chosen one. This is why patience is holy. This is why surrender is strength. You were never meant to chase love, you were meant to attract it through alignment. When your heart and heaven's timing agree, everything begins to move effortlessly. No striving, no forcing, only flow. So do not be anxious. Do not look left or right comparing your journey to others. Their blueprint is not yours. Heaven wrote your story with sacred ink, and it unfolds according to divine timing, not earthly pressure. Every moment you stay obedient keeps you in the current of promise. Now, look ahead with faith. The one written for you is not far. You are both walking toward the same intersection of destiny, guided by invisible coordinates heaven alone can see. Trust that nothing has been delayed, only perfected. You will not miss what was made for you. When the appointed time comes, it will feel like recognition, not discovery. You will not need to chase it or question it. Your spirit will know. That is how divine blueprints operate. They carry peace, not confusion. Hold on to that peace now. Let it be your confirmation that heaven's design is still unfolding exactly as it should. You have not been forgotten, you have been reserved. And when the blueprint is complete, heaven will unveil what it has been preparing for you all along, a love that mirrors eternity. Chosen one. There came a point in your journey when heaven had to expose what was never real. Every counterfeit connection, every almost love, every glittering promise that ended in pain, it was all part of the purification. God had to let you see what love is not, so that when true covenant love arrives, you will never confuse imitation with the authentic. The heartbreaks were heaven's filters, removing what could not stay in the sacred chapters ahead. The enemy tried to use these counterfeits to derail your destiny. Some looked right, sounded right, even prayed right, but they weren't sent. They were distractions disguised as answers. They were lessons wrapped in temporary comfort. Heaven had to allow them so that discernment could mature inside you. You had to learn that love without spiritual alignment always ends in emptiness. The wrong person can drain what the right person multiplies. Remember the relationships that started like wildfires, bright, fast, uncontrollable, only to burn out in ashes. Those were moments heaven used to teach you patience. True divine connection is more like a sunrise than a wildfire, steady, intentional, unstoppable. What begins in a spark of impulse rarely survives. but what begins in divine stillness lasts forever. Chosen one. Heaven was never punishing you, it was protecting you. There were times when you thought you were being abandoned, but you were actually being hidden. God placed you in divine isolation so that imitation love could no longer find you. He shielded you from people who admired your light but were never meant to carry it. Some were sent to distract, not to develop you. The cutting away hurt, but it was necessary. Pruning always precedes fruitfulness. And now, as those false ties fall away, your spirit feels lighter. You can finally breathe again. The peace that follows obedience is unlike anything else. You feel it now. Don't you, that quiet clarity that whispers, you are free. Heaven needed you unbound so that the true one could approach without interference. As was spoken in the sacred texts of old, in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 14. What fellowship can light have with darkness? You, chosen one, are light. You carry a frequency that darkness cannot mimic. Every counterfeit relationship you endured helped you recognize when light meets shadow. You now see that not everyone who says God sent me was truly sent. Your heart has become wiser, your spirit sharper. Heaven never wastes experience, it transforms pain into perception. And now, you are being prepared for someone who sees your light and does not fear it. Someone who doesn't compete with your calling but complements it. Someone who doesn't silence your spirit but amplifies it. You are not waiting in vain. You are being aligned with purpose. Sometimes when I picture you, chosen one, I see a lighthouse standing through countless storms. Ships, the wrong ones, have crashed near your shore because they tried to dock where they were never meant to stay. Yet your light kept shining. It never went out. That light is why heaven trusts you now. Because even when waves of betrayal rose high, you refused to extinguish your flame. So as you step into this new clarity, keep your heart open and your spirit humble. Remember what it took to get here. Every disappointment was a divine subtraction leading to holy addition. You lost people. Yes, but you gained wisdom. You lost moments, but you gained maturity. Heaven removes temporary attachments to make room for eternal assignments. And chosen one, if this message resonates in the deepest corners of your soul, let it remind you you are not alone on this journey. There are others walking through similar fires, learning to distinguish between illusion and promise. When you like, share, or even subscribe to these messages, you are not just clicking buttons, you are sending light signals to others who still wander in the fog. You become the lighthouse for someone else, guiding them home. And if you ever feel led to support, to sow into the stream that keeps these messages flowing across the world, know that your seed is not payment, it's partnership. It keeps the flame burning, the message echoing, the voices of the chosen reaching those still searching for truth. Your giving becomes another form of worship, a ripple that reaches unseen hearts. You have survived the counterfeits, endured the pruning, and passed the tests of patience. The next chapter will not be built on pretending, it will be built on purpose. Heaven is proud of how you've grown. And every time you share light, every time you help another find their way, you honor the very reason you were chosen. You are not just waiting for love, you are becoming love in human form. And when the true one arrives, they will find you shining, steady and whole. Chosen one, you can feel it now, the shift in the atmosphere. The invisible alignment that tells your soul something holy is near. The waiting that once felt endless has begun to move. Heaven's rhythm is catching up with your heartbeat. What you once prayed for in tears is now approaching in silence. This is the season of alignment, where everything that once seemed scattered begins to form divine order. Heaven is not late. Heaven is exact. For so long, you thought you missed your timing. You watched others find love, build homes, share moments while you walked alone. But what you didn't see was the invisible weaving of destiny behind the veil. Heaven does not rush masterpieces. Every detail of your story was being positioned with the precision of eternity. The steps of your partner, the timing of your healing, the maturing of your faith, every strand now begins to tie together. There are seasons where heaven works in silence, and there are seasons when it speaks through movement. You have entered the latter. The clouds that once covered your horizon are parting. You are beginning to see how the threads of your past pain are being rewoven into the fabric of divine purpose. Every why is finding its because. You are walking into alignment with what has always been meant for you. Chosen one. Alignment doesn't always look like perfection. Sometimes it feels like chaos finally being rearranged into clarity. It's not always peace at first, it's movement, transition, adjustment. Heaven shakes what needs to fall so that what is unshakable can remain. You may lose some things in this alignment, but everything that leaves will only make room for what heaven is sending. You cannot carry old weight into new seasons. You are being called to stand still, not in fear but in faith. The Lord is synchronizing details you cannot see. Paths are crossing, doors are unlocking, hearts are softening. The one ordained for you is being positioned even as you read this. Trust that the same divine hand that kept you in waiting will also lead you into fulfillment. Heaven speaks again through the wisdom in the book of Ecclesiastes. Chapter 3, verse 1. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. This is your time, chosen one not for striving, but for stillness. Alignment requires peace. If you move too soon, you step out of rhythm. If you wait too long, you miss the flow. But when your spirit stays sensitive to heaven's cues, everything begins to unfold naturally. You do not chase blessings when you are aligned. Blessings find you. Can you feel it now? The ease returning to your heart. That quiet knowing that you don't need to force what is divinely ordained. Heaven has never required your panic, only your participation. Keep walking in obedience. Keep tending your light, and you will see how destiny unfolds without resistance. Chosen one. Alignment means the old doors must stay closed. There will be moments when nostalgia whispers, when loneliness tempts you to reopen what heaven already sealed. Do not look back. You cannot align with destiny while clinging to history. Trust that what left was not part of the blueprint. You are not missing anything, you are being positioned for everything. In this alignment season, heaven is not only preparing your meeting, it's preparing your mindset. You are learning to rest in timing, to believe without doubting, to surrender control without surrendering hope. That peace you feel growing inside you is confirmation. You are exactly where you need to be. Soon, when the moment comes, it will feel effortless. You will not question. Is this the one? Your spirit will simply know. You will recognize the rhythm of divine alignment because it will carry the sound of peace, and heaven will whisper, "This is the promise I told you about." So now, let your heart remain open. Keep your spirit tuned to heaven's frequency. You do not need to run toward what is already running toward you. The intersection of destiny is already marked by divine hands. Chosen one. If this message resonates deep within your being, take a breath and acknowledge it. You are witnessing alignment in motion. You are standing in the space between promise spoken and promise fulfilled. Heaven is proud of your endurance. Heaven is smiling on your patience. As a prophetic act of agreement, comment the number 888 below. 8 is the number of new beginnings tripled. It symbolizes an overflow of divine order, abundance, and resurrection. Let that be your declaration that your season of chaos has turned into divine clarity. The alignment has begun. The wait is not in vain. You are walking into what was always yours, and heaven is saying this time, it will fit perfectly. Chosen one, when heaven begins to align your steps, it also begins to speak through signs. The language of the Spirit becomes clearer, more personal, more alive. You start to notice details that others overlook, numbers repeating, dreams that echo messages of peace, moments of deep calm in unexpected places. These are not coincidences, they are divine whispers guiding you toward the fulfillment of promise. Heaven does not shout, it speaks softly to those who listen. There are patterns in your life now that carry spiritual meaning. You feel drawn to certain places without understanding why. And afterward, you realize something within you shifted there. A conversation with a stranger leaves a phrase imprinted in your mind, a song, a color, a gentle wind. It all seems to speak in harmony. That is how heaven confirms its movements, not through noise, but through the still, sacred rhythm of alignment. Chosen one, you are learning to recognize these confirmations without doubting yourself. The same sensitivity that once made you feel overwhelmed is now your greatest compass. The world calls it intuition, but you know it's discernment. Heaven has trained your spirit to hear what cannot be spoken and to see what cannot be explained. Every sign you receive is another step closer to divine manifestation. You have likely begun to dream again, not just random images, but visions that carry weight. Symbols that stay with you long after waking. Pay attention to these dreams, for they are not mere imagination. They are messages from the eternal realm. In them, you will often sense direction, reassurance, or preparation. Heaven uses dreams as doorways between the seen and unseen. You are being prepared for what is coming so that when it arrives, your spirit will recognize it instantly. The voice of God often repeats itself until we listen. Perhaps you keep seeing the same number, the same phrase, the same moment replayed through different people. This repetition is heaven's way of saying, do not dismiss this. You are being gently guided, not pressured. The peace that follows each confirmation is the mark of truth. Confusion never comes from heaven. We are reminded of this assurance in the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 21. You will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." That verse is the heartbeat of your current season. You no longer have to guess or strain. Heaven is speaking clearly now. Every time your spirit feels that unmistakable peace after a sign, know that you are hearing the divine echo saying, "This is the way. You can trust it. You can walk in it." Chosen one. Heaven is not only confirming the coming of your partner, it is also confirming your transformation. You are no longer the version of yourself who doubted or hesitated. The wilderness has strengthened your discernment. The waiting has purified your motives, and the heartbreaks have made your hearing sharper. You are tuned to heaven's frequency now. When your partner appears, you will not need grand gestures or complicated proofs. Recognition will be instant, not of face, but of spirit. Something deep inside you will whisper, "I've known you before." That knowing will not come from the mind, but from eternity. It will feel like the completion of a conversation heaven began long ago. But until that day, heaven will continue to send small confirmations to remind you that the process is still active. Do not grow weary in interpreting them. The signs are not meant to cause obsession, but to anchor faith. When you see them, simply thank heaven for the reminder and rest in peace. The more you rest, the clearer the signs will become. Chosen one, It is a beautiful thing to be guided by heaven. Most people wander through noise, you walk through whispers. This is what sets you apart. The world may call it coincidence, but you know better. You have learned that divine timing is never random and divine messages never miss their mark. Heaven always finds a way to reach its chosen. As this season unfolds, your confidence in spiritual guidance will grow stronger. You will move from questioning to knowing, from seeking signs to living as one. The voice of heaven will not be something you strain to hear. It will become part of your daily rhythm, quiet, steady, constant. And when your divine counterpart steps into your path, every sign, every dream, every whisper will suddenly make sense. The puzzle will complete itself, and you will look back realizing that heaven had been preparing you all along. For now, breathe and stay present. You are surrounded by evidence of divine movement. The very air around you carries confirmation. Heaven is speaking clearly, intimately, lovingly, and every sign says the same thing. You are closer than you think. Chosen one. There comes a moment when all the signs begin to converge, when the invisible hand of heaven weaves paths so delicately that what was once impossible suddenly becomes effortless. You will know this moment not by noise, but by peace. The divine encounter will not arrive through chaos or confusion. It will enter quietly, like dawn breaking over your soul. Heaven's timing never rushes, yet it never hesitates. When the appointed time arrives, all things fall into place. The meeting will not feel like an explosion, it will feel like recognition. Your spirit will sense it before your mind can reason it. It will not be love at first sight in the way the world defines it. It will be remembrance at first sight. As if something ancient within you exhales, whispering, finally. Heaven's orchestration carries that unmistakable ease, the kind that makes every past disappointment suddenly make sense. Chosen one, do not be surprised if the encounter seems ordinary at first. Heaven hides its greatest miracles in simplicity. The person meant for you will not need to perform to capture your attention. Their peace will. Their energy will not compete with yours, it will harmonize. When you meet, there will be no anxious rush, no need to prove or persuade, only stillness, the kind that makes your soul sigh in relief. Heaven orchestrates divine meetings the way an artist paints light across water with precision, patience, and beauty. Your paths will cross at the perfect intersection of readiness and revelation. Perhaps it will happen through a chance conversation, a mutual purpose, or an unexpected moment of stillness. Yet deep inside, you will know that nothing about it was random. There are those who chase connection through striving, and those who are led into connection through surrender. You belong to the latter. You have surrendered your timeline, your expectations, even your idea of what love should look like, and because of that, heaven can finally surprise you. The one being sent to you is not coming to complete you, but to complement you. You are both whole, but when joined together, your purposes will multiply. The steps that lead to this divine encounter will seem small but meaningful. A delay in plans that redirects you to the right place. A sudden prompting to attend an event. A word from someone you barely know, all orchestrated with divine intent. Heaven does not need grand gestures to fulfill prophecy. It uses the natural to reveal the supernatural. The ancient words recorded in the book of Psalms, in chapter 37, verse 23, declare, "The steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. You, chosen one, are walking in those ordered steps now. Every movement, every delay, every redirection, none of it is wasted. Heaven's hand is invisible, but its fingerprints are everywhere. When you look back later, You will see how every step you took led you directly to destiny. And when your paths cross, there will be an immediate awareness that something divine is unfolding. You will feel peace, not pressure. You will sense purpose, not performance. That peace will be your confirmation. The presence of confusion is the mark of counterfeits. The presence of peace is the seal of heaven. Chosen one, do not fear missing the moment. What is written for you cannot be erased. Even if you feel you've taken detours, heaven's blueprint is flexible enough to redirect you without delay. The divine encounter is not fragile. It is fortified by grace. When the time comes, not even the smallest obstacle will stand in the way. This encounter will awaken something ancient in you, a remembering that your soul has known theirs before. There will be no striving to make it work. Instead, there will be a quiet unfolding, as if heaven is revealing one page at a time. The bond will grow through trust, through faith, through mutual recognition of divine purpose. And as this meeting unfolds, gratitude will fill your heart. You will no longer question why certain things did not work out before. You will see clearly that every rejection was redirection, every closed door a hidden protection. Heaven never withheld love from you, it preserved it until both hearts could carry it with reverence. So rest, chosen one. The anointed encounter is near. You will not need to chase it or announce it, and it will find you as easily as the sunrise finds morning. And when it does, every ache, every tear, every prayer will finally make sense. Heaven is faithful to its timing, and your moment is already written. Chosen one, when the encounter heaven promised finally unfolds, something deep within you will awaken. It will not feel foreign, it will feel like remembering. Spirit will recognize spirit. You will not analyze it, because your soul will simply know. The atmosphere will carry peace so tangible that even silence will speak. Every guarded wall within you will begin to soften, not through effort, but through recognition. The divine will always confirm itself through peace. You have walked through years of misunderstanding, through seasons where love was spoken but not lived. You have known what it feels like to pour out everything and still be unseen. But this connection ordained by heaven will be different. You will not have to shrink to be accepted or hide your light to be tolerated. The one heaven sends will not be intimidated by your calling. They will be drawn to it. They will not compete with your purpose, but will strengthen it. Chosen one, when your eyes meet, it will not be attraction alone, it will be revelation. Your soul will whisper, "I've met you before," and though your mind searches for memory, your spirit will know it's eternal. Divine love carries familiarity because it originates from the same source, heaven. Before you ever met in the physical, your spirits were already in alignment. At first, you may resist. You will question, can this truly be real? But heaven will send confirmation after confirmation until doubt gives way to trust. Even your fears will bow to peace. You will sense a divine flow, as though time itself pauses to witness the meeting of two destinies. This connection will not be perfect, but it will be pure. It will not be built on excitement, but on endurance. The one chosen for you will see the parts of your heart that others overlooked. They will value your silence as much as your speech. You will feel safe, seen not just for who you are, but for what you carry. Spirit calls unto spirit, and when yours meet, you will feel heaven's echo reverberating between you. The connection will not be loud, but it will be undeniable. It will feel like finding home after wandering through lifetimes of searching. Deep calls unto deep, the phrase describes more than longing, it describes resonance. When two souls that share divine purpose find each other, everything unholy begins to fall away. Doubt loses its voice and fear loses its grip. The voice of heaven reminds us through the book of Psalms, chapter 42, verse 7. Deep calls unto deep at the sound of your waterfalls. You, chosen one, are that depth. You have become a vessel capable of receiving divine love without distortion. The pain that once made you guarded now makes you discerning. The tears that once blurred your vision have now cleared your sight. You can finally see not with your eyes but with your spirit. This divine recognition will bring healing. The ache that lingered for years, the one words could never soothe, will begin to fade. You will understand that your waiting was not wasted. It was building the capacity to love purely, to receive completely, and to partner purposefully. There will be no rush. The connection will move at heaven's pace. You will both know that there is something sacred about it, something that must be nurtured, not forced. You will find joy and simplicity, shared laughter, deep conversations, silent moments where words are unnecessary. Chosen one, do not be afraid of the intensity. True divine recognition often feels overwhelming because it awakens dormant parts of your soul. But let the current carry you. This is not a flood meant to drown you. It is a river meant to cleanse and renew you. The same spirit that brought you together will sustain what it births. And now, as you receive this revelation, let your heart respond. Comment, I remember you. Write it not as a romantic phrase, but as a prophetic declaration. You are speaking to the eternal alignment heaven designed long ago. You are declaring that your spirit remembers what your mind is only now discovering, that divine love is not found. It is recognized. When you write those words, you affirm that your soul is ready for recognition, ready for reunion, ready for covenant. You declare to heaven that you trust its timing, its plan, its unfolding. Because what is written cannot be unwritten, and what heaven joins, no distance or delay can undo. Chosen one, you have waited long for this moment, not just to meet your partner, but to meet the version of yourself that could finally receive them. You are that version now. The waiting refined you. The recognition will reward you. Heaven's orchestration is perfect, and soon, what your spirit has always known will stand before you, alive, real, and divinely appointed. Chosen one, when heaven unites what it has ordained, the connection transcends emotion, it becomes covenant. You are no longer two wanderers seeking belonging. You become partners in divine purpose, carriers of an eternal promise. This kind of love cannot be fabricated or forced. It is sealed by obedience, watered by prayer, and protected by purpose. It is not simply a relationship, it is a living altar where heaven and earth meet. You will both sense that your connection is larger than you. Every conversation will carry meaning. Every shared silence will hold peace. You will pray together, and the atmosphere around you will shift. Heaven recognizes the sound of agreement, and when two souls unite under divine authority, even angels take notice. Your love will be more than romance. It will be ministry. Covenant love is sacred, chosen one. It demands reverence, not recklessness. It is not built in haste, but in harmony. Just as musicians must learn to listen before they play, you and your partner must learn to hear heaven before you move. Your bond will not just bring comfort, it will carry calling. When the two of you stand together, the air will feel charged with purpose. You will sense that your connection was designed for something beyond yourselves. It was spoken long ago in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 12. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. That third cord is the Spirit of God. It is the invisible strand that binds your hearts together, making what is spiritual stronger than what is physical. Without that divine thread, love becomes fragile. With it, love becomes eternal. Chosen one, Understand this covenant is not maintained by feeling. It is sustained by faith. There will be days when emotions fluctuate, when weariness tries to whisper doubt. But covenant stands firm, anchored in divine truth. When the storm comes, and it will, you will not run from each other. You will run toward heaven together. That is the beauty of a love that is sealed, not signed. You may notice that people around you won't always understand this bond. Some will call it strange, others too intense. But you will know what they cannot see, that what is divine rarely fits the patterns of the world. Your union will challenge norms because it carries light that exposes darkness. It will inspire, convict, and awaken others to seek heaven's kind of love. Think of your covenant as a lantern in the wilderness. While others wander in confusion, your union becomes a steady flame, guiding others home. That light must be tended. It needs prayer like a lantern needs oil. Every time you pray together, you refill what keeps the flame alive. Every time you choose forgiveness, you trim the wick so the light burns clear. Covenant is not passive, it is participation with heaven. And to those who witness your journey, who listen to these words, who feel heaven stirring within them, you too are part of this light-bearing mission. Every time you like, share, or subscribe, you help carry this flame further. It's more than engagement, it's evangelism through compassion. You are helping the message reach another soul wandering through spiritual night. For those who feel moved to give, to support, to donate, it is never about transaction. It is about trust. Your offering becomes a seed of alignment, ensuring that these words of light continue to reach corners of the earth where hope is fading. Like rain on dry soil, your giving brings life to unseen hearts. Whether it's your share, your prayer, or your gift, it all becomes part of the same covenant of light. Chosen one. Heaven is using your story not only to bless you, but to teach others what divine union looks like. The way you love will become a sermon. The way you forgive will become a song. The way you pray together will become a living example of how heaven invades earth through unity. Covenant love is heaven's answer to earthly chaos. It is proof that God still writes stories that defy logic. You and your partner will be walking evidence that promises delayed are not promises denied. The beauty of your connection will not lie in perfection, but in persistence, the quiet, daily choice to build, to believe, to bless. So, as this word reaches you, let it settle deep within your heart. Your love story will not just bless your home, it will bless generations. The covenant you form will echo in eternity. And every act of faith you make, every share, every prayer, every offering becomes part of that echo, resounding through time as a testimony that heaven keeps its promises. Chosen one. Understand this sacred truth before every blessing. There is always a battle. The moment heaven opens the gates of fulfillment, darkness stirs in fear. The closer you move toward your divine promise, the louder the opposition becomes. It is not because you are cursed, it is because you are chosen. The war surrounding your life is proof of the weight your destiny carries. When heaven declared that your lifetime partner would arrive, the enemy took notice, not because he can stop it, but because he fears what your union will accomplish. A divine partnership is more than companionship. It is an activation point for purpose. When two chosen ones unite, they multiply light, and every force that thrives in shadow begins to tremble. You are not just finding love, you are stepping into divine warfare disguised as romance. This is why the months before fulfillment often feel the hardest. Old memories try to resurface, distractions appear, and doubts whisper louder than ever. But recognize it for what it is: distraction before destiny. The enemy does not attack what is empty. He attacks what is pregnant with promise. The storm always intensifies before birth. You have been feeling that pressure, haven't you? The heaviness that seems to appear without reason, the sudden waves of fatigue, the inner war between faith and fear. It is not random, it is resistance. But here is what you must remember: resistance only comes when something powerful is about to break through. Heaven's promise is too close to collapse now. Chosen one, when the battle feels unbearable, remind yourself of who stands beside you. You are never alone in warfare. The one who called you is the same one who defends you. The angels assigned to your destiny have not grown weary. They are surrounding you, fortifying you, preparing the way for the manifestation of promise. You are not being defeated, you are being refined. And remember this truth from the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That is not poetic comfort, it is divine law. Weapons may form, but they cannot function. Attacks may arise, but they cannot destroy. The pain you feel now is not the sound of defeat, it is the sound of deliverance. Every tear you shed becomes a declaration in the spiritual realm that you refuse to bow to fear. Chosen one, the battle before the blessing is meant to test your consistency. The enemy wants you to believe that waiting was in vain, that obedience accomplished nothing, that the promise was just imagination. But heaven has not changed its mind. What God spoke will still come to pass. This war is not to break you, it is to reveal how unbreakable you've become. There will be moments when even your dreams feel attacked, when anxiety tries to drown the peace you've built. But look deeper, this pressure is building spiritual muscle. You are learning to fight differently now. You no longer swing wildly in panic. You war in peace through worship, through word, through unwavering faith. The weapon that once wounded you now becomes the testimony that strengthens you. Chosen one, this is the threshold moment. You are standing between warfare and victory. When you feel the heaviness press hardest, know that breakthrough is closest. Do not retreat. Do not curse the battle that proves your promise is real. The noise around you is confirmation of your movement. The resistance is heaven's way of showing that the enemy recognizes your elevation. Even your partner, the one heaven has chosen, may be feeling their own battle right now. Remember, divine unions attract divine resistance. The enemy's goal is not merely to stop the meeting, but to wear you out before it happens. That is why this season requires vigilance. Guard your peace like a treasure, guard your faith like fire in a storm. And above all, guard your heart from bitterness. Every trial you endure in this moment is building unity before you even meet. Heaven is synchronizing strength on both sides. The spiritual warfare you fight now is a shared preparation. You are being taught endurance so that when your paths converge, your connection will not crack under pressure. The victory you taste will be sweeter because of the cost it required. Chosen one, hold fast. The darkness may press, but it cannot prevail. The battle before the blessing is temporary. The blessing itself is eternal. Stand still in the storm and you will see heaven fight for you. Soon, what was once a battlefield will become holy ground, the place where you discover that your faith was always stronger than your fear. Chosen one, when the storm of resistance finally settles, heaven begins the sacred work of sealing what it has joined. The warfare gives way to worship, and the waiting turns into witnessing. This is the season where the divine union becomes official, not just in feeling, but in spirit. Heaven itself bears record of what it has ordained. What once felt distant becomes tangible. What once seemed delayed becomes divine reality. The sealing of prophetic union is not an event, it is a spiritual ceremony. It happens in moments of shared prayer, in the quiet exchange of trust, in the holy rhythm of two hearts surrendering to a greater purpose. Heaven does not bless what is rooted in pride, it seals what is rooted in obedience. And your obedience, chosen one, has prepared the ground for this moment. There will come a time when the atmosphere shifts around you. You'll feel a quiet reverence, a sense that heaven itself is watching. That is the seal descending. You will know it when you sense peace so thick it silences every doubt. You won't need confirmation from others, the Spirit will whisper it within. This is the one I told you about. Chosen one. The prophetic union is not about possession but partnership. The one heaven has chosen for you does not complete you. They complement you. Together, you become instruments in heaven's symphony. Your voices will harmonize in prayer. Your lives will align in purpose. When you pray together, it will not just be words, it will be a release of power. The spiritual realm will recognize your unity as authority. It is written in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 10, verse 9. What God has joined together, let no one separate. That verse is heaven's decree over you. It is the invisible signature that seals your covenant. Once heaven seals a union, no force can unseal it, not distance, not doubt, not distraction. You are both held in divine custody now. Every attempt of darkness to divide will only push you deeper into prayer. Every misunderstanding will become a lesson in grace. Every challenge will refine, not weaken. Chosen one, understand that sealed unions are not perfect, they are protected. Protection does not mean the absence of conflict. It means the assurance of restoration. Heaven stands between you and everything that would try to destroy what it has established. The seal ensures that even when storms come, you will find your way back to peace. This season will teach you the holiness of unity. The same spirit that once guided you in solitude will now guide you in synchronization. You will feel heaven's presence not just in your private prayers, but in shared purpose. Every time you both say yes to obedience, heaven echoes it in agreement. That's what the seal does, it binds your yes to heaven's amen. Chosen one, your union carries assignment. You will not only love each other, you will serve together. Your love will become intercession. Your peace will become ministry. People will be drawn not by your story, but by the presence that surrounds you. The seal of heaven is visible to those who see in spirit. Some will not understand it, but many will be awakened by it. The sealing is also a reminder, never treat divine love casually. You are both guardians of something sacred. Every word spoken, every choice made, every prayer lifted either strengthens or weakens the seal. Choose words that heal, actions that honor, and attitudes that protect. Covenant love is delicate and powerful at once. Handle it like a flame, nurture it, shield it, and let it illuminate others. And as this message settles in your spirit, pause for a moment. Can you feel it? That warmth in your chest, that stillness rising within you. It's heaven's confirmation. The seal is being impressed deeper upon your destiny. You are not waiting anymore, you are walking in fulfillment. Heaven has already spoken, it is done. Now, chosen one, as an act of faith and agreement with this sealing season, comment the number 4444 below. 4 is the number of divine order, and when multiplied, it represents established stability, heaven's foundation manifesting on earth. By writing it, you are declaring, my covenant is sealed, my foundation is set, my union is covered by heaven. Type it not as superstition, but as a prophetic gesture of alignment. You are proclaiming that the same God who began this story is completing it now. Every word, every prayer, every tear has led to this moment. The seal is real, and heaven is watching over it. Chosen one, your promise is no longer pending, it is protected. The waiting season has ended. The walking season has begun. And as you take each step forward, remember this: no one can separate what heaven has sealed in love. Chosen one, now that the seal has been set, the journey turns toward learning how to walk in divine partnership. It is one thing to receive a promise. It is another to steward it faithfully. Heaven's blessings are not meant to be carried carelessly. They are to be cultivated with reverence and understanding. Love in its divine form is both joy and responsibility. What heaven joins must be maintained by humility. You will find that walking in divine partnership is not about perfection, but about presence. It is about staying aware of the one who brought you together. When two chosen souls unite, their daily rhythm becomes a living prayer. Every word spoken, every decision made, every act of kindness becomes a seed planted in eternal soil. The relationship becomes less about self and more about service, less about what you can take and more about what you can build. There will be days of laughter that feel like sunlight breaking through a once clouded sky, and there will be days of tension when growth feels like stretching. Divine partnership does not eliminate difficulty. It transforms how difficulty is handled. When challenges arise, you will both learn to run to prayer, not to pride. You will discover that conflict can become a form of communion when both hearts are surrendered to heaven's rhythm. This season requires maturity. You must learn to listen as much as you speak, to pause before reacting, to forgive before resentment roots itself. Heaven has joined you to reflect its love on earth, and love that reflects heaven is patient, gentle, and enduring. Every misunderstanding becomes a chance to demonstrate grace. Every trial becomes another opportunity to prove that divine love cannot be shaken. The Spirit reminds us through the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. You will see the truth of this verse manifest in your partnership. Together, you will accomplish more than you ever could apart. The prayers you once whispered alone will now echo in harmony. The dreams that once felt too heavy will feel lighter when carried together. There will be moments when one of you falters, and the other's strength will become the bridge that carries you forward. This is the mystery of divine union. It multiplies what once only survived. Walking in divine partnership also means walking in accountability. Heaven watches not just your love, but your stewardship. The more your union matures, the more influence it carries. Others will be drawn to the light of your connection, not because it is perfect, but because it is pure. You will teach others not through words alone, but through the quiet consistency of your devotion. There will be seasons where heaven asks you both to serve beyond your comfort, to give when it costs you, to trust when clarity fades. You will learn that ministry is not always public. It often happens in hidden places. The prayers whispered together in private will move mountains in the spiritual realm. Your love will become a sanctuary, not just for each other, but for those who encounter you, chosen one. As you walk in this covenant, never forget that divine partnership is not the destination, it is the vessel. Heaven uses your unity to demonstrate what unconditional love looks like. You will find strength in shared vulnerability, wisdom in shared silence, and victory in shared surrender. When you both seek heaven first, every need is met without striving. There will come a time when you realize that this love has changed you not just emotionally, but spiritually. You will notice that you speak with more gentleness, move with more intention, and dream with more courage. That is the fruit of alignment. Divine love doesn't just give you someone to hold, it gives you someone who holds you accountable to your higher calling. And in that sacred companionship, you will see heaven's reflection. Every sunrise will feel like a reminder that love, when guided by God, never fades, it deepens. Every shared prayer will feel like an echo of eternity, a quiet confirmation that you are exactly where you were meant to be. So walk humbly. Chosen one, cherish the gift without idolizing it. Remember that the same God who joined you continues to guide you. Keep your eyes on the eternal while tending faithfully to the present. For when you walk in divine partnership, you are not just building a relationship, you are building a legacy that heaven itself will remember. Chosen one, when heaven restores, it never returns what was lost in the same condition. It multiplies it, refines it, and fills it with purpose. Every season of delay you endured, every prayer that seemed unanswered, every moment you felt forgotten, all of it was being stored as divine credit. The God who allowed waiting is the same God who now declares restoration. You are stepping into the season where heaven returns what the years tried to devour. You will begin to notice redemption woven into the smallest details of your life. Opportunities you thought had vanished will resurface with greater clarity. Dreams you laid to rest will awaken, but this time with maturity and wisdom to sustain them. Heaven's restoration is never random, it is precise. It returns exactly what aligns with your destiny, nothing more and nothing less. Chosen one, you once cried for love, stability, and peace. You felt as though time had stolen too much, that you had missed your moment. But time is not your enemy when you walk with eternity. The years that felt wasted were sacred soil, preparing you to receive the fullness of what heaven had reserved. Restoration does not mean repeating the past, it means reclaiming its purpose. There will be a sacred reversal. The tears you sowed in sorrow will return as joy. The pain that humbled you will now strengthen you. You will see that nothing was truly lost, it was simply transformed. The people who left you, the moments that broke you, the prayers that stretched you, all were tools heaven used to carve deeper capacity in your heart. Now, that space will be filled with blessings tailor-made for you. It was promised long ago in the book of Joel, chapter 2. Verse 25, I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. That restoration has begun. The locusts in your life, the betrayals, the delays, the false starts have taken much, but they have not taken everything. They could not touch your faith. And that faith has now become the seed of restoration. You are about to receive not only what was lost, but the interest heaven has added for every tear shed in endurance. Chosen one, divine restoration is not loud. It arrives quietly like dawn after a long night. One day you wake up and realize peace has replaced anxiety, joy has replaced heaviness, and gratitude has silenced complaint. It is a process of divine exchange, your ashes for beauty, your mourning for dancing. You will begin to see the hand of God even in the timing of what returns. Some relationships once broken may find healing not for the sake of romance or nostalgia, but for reconciliation of hearts. Some dreams that once died will return with new direction. Heaven does not recycle pain, it resurrects purpose. You may look around and realize that the things that once defined your identity no longer hold power. The need to prove yourself, to chase validation, to explain your worth, it all fades in the light of restoration. You have learned that peace is the true sign of prosperity. You have learned that joy is not in what you gain, but in what you've become through the losing. And as restoration unfolds, gratitude will rise. You will look back on seasons that once broke you and whisper, "Now I understand." You will no longer resent the waiting, you will bless it. You will see that heaven never abandoned you, it was rebuilding you. The lost years were not punishment but protection, ensuring that when restoration came, it would find you ready, not reckless. Chosen one, Restoration also brings renewal of vision. You will dream again, but this time your dreams will not be rooted in desperation, they will be guided by destiny. You will walk with new confidence, not the pride of one who finally made it, but the humility of one who knows who carried them here. And you will realize something powerful: you are no longer chasing restoration. You are restoration. Your life itself will testify to others that God still rebuilds, still redeems, still returns what was lost in multiplied form. The very areas where you once felt barren will overflow. The very places that once echoed with pain will now sing with purpose. So walk gently. Chosen one, let gratitude be your language and peace your proof. You are living inside the fulfillment of prayers once whispered in tears. What you thought was gone has been reborn in glory. Heaven has kept its promise. You have not only survived, you have been restored beyond measure. Chosen one, the time has come for what was once hidden to be revealed. For so long, your story was unfolding in silence, your prayers whispered in private, your growth unseen, your transformation happening in secret chambers of the soul. But now, heaven is ready to make public what it once developed in private. The season of concealment has ended. The world will now witness what heaven already knew: you have been faithful, and your reward is visible. When divine promises manifest, they do not need announcements. Their light speaks for them. Soon, your life will shine in ways that words cannot explain. Those who once doubted you will see evidence of what faith can birth. But remember, chosen one, this revelation is not about proving others wrong, it's about proving heaven right. You are the living proof that obedience always bears fruit. The public revelation of your promise will feel surreal. You will stand in spaces that once felt unreachable, surrounded by blessings that once lived only in prayer. Yet you will remain humble, because you know the cost of this crown. Every sleepless night, every tear, every why whispered in the dark, it all led here. You didn't stumble into favor, you were shaped for it. Heaven will use your story as a mirror for others to see themselves in. Your love, your endurance, your faith, it will become a lighthouse for those still navigating their storms. The world will not just see your success, they will sense your sincerity. For true anointing does not boast, it breathes peace. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." You, chosen one, are that light. The glory now resting upon you is not ornamental, it is functional. It is meant to draw others toward faith, to remind them that God still fulfills His word. Your story will not just be celebrated, it will be studied. It will awaken hope in those who thought they were forgotten. But remember this when the spotlight of blessing shines: humility must become your anchor. Light attracts attention, and attention attracts imitation and misunderstanding. Stay grounded in the truth that you are not the source, you are the reflection. The glory belongs to the one who carried you when no one else could. And as this message reaches you, pause and breathe in gratitude. The same hand that held you in the dark is the one lifting you into light. You are standing at the intersection of testimony and transformation. The world will soon hear what heaven has been whispering all along: you are chosen for this moment. For those who feel heaven stirring as they listen, who sense light awakening in their own stories, let your heart respond. When you like, share, or comment on these words, you aren't just engaging with a post, you are extending the reach of light. Every share is a spark, every comment is an echo, every like is a ripple that carries faith into another soul's storm. You become part of the divine conversation heaven is having with hearts across the world. And if you feel led to sow into this stream, to support, to donate, know that your giving is not payment, it's partnership. It's like pouring oil into the lamp that lights the night. These words are more than inspiration, they are nourishment for weary souls. Your generosity keeps the flame alive, ensuring that this message continues to find those who need it most. Whether you give prayers, time, or resources, every act becomes a seed of restoration planted in eternity's soil. Chosen one, your story will travel farther than your feet ever could. Your testimony will comfort those you may never meet. Every post shared, every prayer whispered, every light kindled through your obedience becomes part of heaven's tapestry of hope. You are not just the receiver of blessing, you are now the messenger of it. And when people see your joy, they will see heaven's fingerprints. When they hear your peace, they will recognize heaven's voice. You are becoming the proof that divine timing never fails. So rise gently into visibility. Stand in your purpose without apology. Let your story speak softly but powerfully. And if these words ignite something within you, leave a comment below. Share your heart, your gratitude, your light. Your words might be the spark that keeps another soul believing one more day. Chosen one, you are not just shining for yourself, you are shining for every heart that still waits in shadow. Heaven's glory now rests upon you, and through your testimony, it will reach countless others. Let your light speak, and let your life continue to illuminate. Chosen one, the revelation has come, and now the mission begins. For divine love was never meant to exist only for comfort, it was always meant to serve a higher calling. You and your partner were not brought together simply to enjoy life, but to illuminate it. Together, you carry a fire that will touch lives, heal hearts, and realign destinies. You are the embodiment of heaven's plan in motion, two flames united to ignite transformation wherever you go. This is the mission of two flames. Your love becomes the torch heaven uses to pierce through spiritual darkness. Every act of kindness, every prayer spoken in agreement, every step taken in faith becomes a ripple that reaches further than you imagine. You were chosen to carry light into places where hope has dimmed, to be living testimonies that divine partnership is possible, holy and powerful. You will soon discover that your purpose as a couple is not confined to comfort zones. Heaven will lead you into spaces that need the warmth of your fire. Some days, it will be through words of encouragement that soothe the broken. Other days, it will be through silent presence that speaks louder than sermons. The fire you carry will not consume, it will refine. It will bring people closer to the truth of who they are and the one who created them. Heaven declares through the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 15, "Then you will shine among them like stars in the sky." That is your calling. Chosen one. Your union is that constellation in the darkness, a visible reflection of invisible grace. The world may try to understand it through logic, but your lives will preach through love. You will not need to convince anyone of your authenticity. The peace and power that follow you will be enough. Heaven's mission through your partnership will be fluid, like water flowing through different channels. Sometimes, it will manifest through ministry, through words, through public influence. Other times, it will happen quietly through small acts of compassion that ripple through generations. You may not always see the full reach of what you do, but heaven keeps count of every life touched. Chosen one, you will notice that the deeper your love grows, the brighter your light shines. Love that is divine is not stagnant, it expands. It seeks to bless beyond itself. Every challenge you face together will refine your mission, making you stronger and more aligned. Heaven will use both your strengths and your weaknesses to bring healing to others. The cracks in your stories will allow light to pass through. The mission will also require discernment. Not everyone can walk with you at this level. Some will admire your light but misunderstand its source. Others may try to drain it, thinking it is mere enthusiasm. But your fire is not emotional, it is eternal. Guard it carefully, feed it through prayer, unity, and humility. Keep your motives pure and your flame will never flicker. There will be moments when the mission feels heavy. The very love that inspires you will also demand sacrifice. You will be asked to forgive when it hurts, to persevere when tired, to love when unreciprocated. But every act of endurance adds oil to your flame. The world grows colder by fear, but your love will remain warm because its source is heaven, not circumstance. Chosen one, understand that the mission of two flames is not measured in numbers or recognition. It is measured in obedience. Sometimes you will be sent to one person instead of crowds. Sometimes your only task will be to listen, to comfort, to stand beside another soul in silence, and that, too, fulfills the mission. Heaven's greatest work often happens quietly. As you walk this path together, let humility remain your shield. You are not the fire's source, you are its keepers. The flame belongs to heaven, but it trusts you to carry it. Never let pride or distraction dim its glow. Remember that even the smallest spark of divine love can change the atmosphere around it. There will come a time when you look back and realize how far the flame has traveled, how many lives it has warmed, how many hearts it has revived. You will smile, knowing that the mission was never about grand gestures. It was about daily faithfulness. Each sunrise will remind you that your purpose is not yet complete. Until your final breath, your fire will continue to burn, lighting the way for others still walking through night. Chosen one, this is your divine assignment to love as heaven loves, to serve without seeking reward, and to let your flame endure. The world grows brighter because you choose to shine. Chosen one, every journey heaven begins must one day reach its sacred completion. You have walked through wilderness and waiting, through warfare and wonder, and now you stand in the fullness of divine fulfillment. This is the moment when all that was promised has taken form, when faith has turned into sight, and when love, once only a whisper of hope, now stands before you as reality. Heaven has kept every word. In this final unfolding, peace becomes your portion. The striving ceases, the questions quiet, and gratitude fills every corner of your being. You realize that what once felt like delay was actually divine choreography. Every prayer, every tear, every pause, it all worked together to bring you here. You have not merely survived the process, you have been transformed by it. Your union now stands as a living altar, a testament to heaven's faithfulness. It is no longer just about your happiness, but about heaven's glory made visible through your story. You are crowned in eternal love not because you are flawless, but because you remained faithful. This crown is not made of gold, but of grace. It rests on the head of those who chose obedience when others chose convenience, who held on to faith when logic demanded surrender, as was revealed through the first letter of Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. That love, pure, patient, eternal, has now taken its rightful place at the center of your destiny. It has become the rhythm of your life, the language of your days, and the melody that heaven hums over you. What began as longing has matured into legacy. What once felt fragile has become fortified by divine intention. Chosen one, look at how far you have come. You began as one searching for purpose, wounded by rejection, confused by delay. Yet every step has been redemption in motion. You have learned that being chosen does not mean being spared from hardship. It means being strengthened through it. You have learned that divine timing may test patience but never breaks promise. You have learned that love ordained by heaven does not wither. It endures. Now, your life is no longer just a testimony, it is an invitation. Those who witness your peace will ask where it comes from. Those who see your unity will wonder what sustains it. And you will not need to preach. Your life will speak louder than any sermon. Every breath will declare that heaven's plan is perfect, that waiting was worth it, that love still triumphs over darkness. The crown of eternal love does not rest on your head for vanity but for visibility. It reflects the light of the one who chose you from the beginning. You are not exalted for yourself, you are elevated for others to see that God's promises never return void. Your journey becomes the proof that obedience, even in silence, leads to overflow. Chosen one, this season of fulfillment is not an ending but a continuation in glory. The love you now carry will ripple through generations. Your children, spiritual or natural, will inherit the fruit of your faithfulness. Your home will be an embassy of heaven, a place where peace reigns and grace flows freely. You are building something that time cannot destroy. But even now, in this joy, stay close to humility. Never forget the days when you had nothing but belief. Never lose the awe of being chosen. The same God who brought you here will continue to walk beside you. His presence will be your lifelong companion, guiding, comforting, and reminding you that every new dawn is another opportunity to love like heaven loves. In quiet moments, when the world fades into stillness, lift your heart and remember you are part of something eternal. The story you have lived will echo through realms unseen, inspiring others to keep believing, to keep waiting, to keep hoping. You are crowned not just for enduring, but for embodying the very essence of divine love. Chosen one, rest now in the beauty of fulfillment. Let peace be your crown, let purpose be your garment, and let love, true, unending love, be the fire that never goes out. Heaven watches with joy, for its promise has been kept, and you have become the living proof of that promise. You have finally won. You are crowned in eternal love. Chosen one, as this journey closes, take a breath and let these words settle deep within your spirit. You have walked through promise, pain, purpose, and fulfillment, and now you stand radiant in divine victory. Heaven's story through you is not ending, it's expanding. Every word written, every truth whispered becomes a seed in someone else's soul who still waits in their midnight. If these messages have stirred something holy inside you, let that light ripple outward. When you like, share, or subscribe, you are not just supporting words, you are carrying the flame forward, helping heaven's sound reach hearts that still need to remember who they are. And in the comments below, share what spoke to you most. Your reflection, your gratitude, your revelation. Your words may become the very encouragement another chosen one needs to keep walking. This is how the divine story multiplies, not through grand speeches, but through quiet acts of faith shared from one heart to another. So let us continue together spreading light, speaking truth, and reminding the world that heaven still fulfills its promises. You are not alone in this calling. We are a family of fire, chosen to shine.